He being real humble, but that boy went into leadership.
He said,
started the franchise.
And I got a job. Like that was it. Like,
I tried to learn. I did my best.
That's on everything. That's on everything. If you want the latest news and the greatest views, tune into the Central Podcast, the one of my favorite crews. Because the entrepreneurs who grew up together, now they created this show to make the community better. Speaking on being leaders, strong husbands and fathers, role models for our sons and our daughters, to business ownership. Like forget a building, you could own the strip. The squad holding it down as Jay Norris with C. Nick, T-Rel and B. Hicks. So what y'all wanna hear about? Like Hail Marys, they gonna air it out. So kick back and listen, they gonna set it, man. You're gonna be enlightened, and that's on everything. That's on everything. That's on everything. They are here to heal the people like Dr. Sebi, man. That's on everything. They celebrate success, so raise a toast with them and watch the confetti rain. That's on everything. 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 That's on
Word up is C. Nick, joined by J. No, T-Rel, B. Hicks, here to give you everything you need and nothing that you don't. And that's on everything.
that's on everything.
What's up, fellas?
That's on everything.
Absolutely.
That's on everything. And we got Chop on the phone. We can't forget about my boy, Amon Royal. Chop, what up?
What's cracking? I'm gonna be on cam in just 1 second. Don't trip.
No, we ain't tripping. Take your
I'm
time,
nervous.
baby.
I'm nervous. Like, is something happening behind the curtain?
Right.
With him, you never know. Never know.
Make sure you put a shirt on though. If you can find a Central shirt, that'd be all love, homie.
That's what's happening right now.
It's a family show.
Yeah, you probably want to put him back in the back room again just to make sure you copacetic before you bring him up.
Word up. Well, hey, everybody, welcome to the podcast. That's on everything. I'm here with my brothers on Central Day 224. What is the deal? We've come a long way. I wanted to kick off the first episode, just trying to get into that. I think we got to explain it first. 224, T-Rel, what it do? Can you break it down for the people?
Man, 224. So, we all in that late 30s, early 40s. So we remember back when we was paging each other, right? That was our beeper code, 224. Yes, C2G on the phone. So whenever we would hit each other, I'll page Dennis or Corey. Corey, he would just drop the beeper right on the table in front of him.
It would just vibrate.
So that was it. C2G, Central 2000. That was the year majority of us graduated. C2G was just kind of our little slogan back in the day. So that was the pager code 224. So thought it was fitting to bring it back as a day of celebration for us, since we don't beep each other anymore. I don't even know if they still make pagers.
Probably doctors, but yeah, that's about it.
Or janitors.
Or janitors.
Engineers.
Like, just
because some cats out there, what they say, Jay, I ain't paying the $5.
Yeah. So for anybody who remembers what a pager is, that was that pager code. You wanted to let your brother know it was you from a random number.
Word. Yeah, don't get caught calling the wrong number, son. Okay. I love it. Central. And I know we spell it a little bit different. And it's all because of this man right here, B. Hicks. So I'm going to let him tell kind of the history behind the name and the concept and why we spell it different.
Well, that's what's up, man. Appreciate y'all for being here, man. Once again, it's a pleasure to be amongst my brothers. Real good to see Chop in the building. Y'all, he said he's gonna turn his camera on, but we'll see. So yeah, man, the origins of Central came. We all were real cool, individually, and each one of us had our own group of friends at that time, and and this was a I guess our formulation happened around the time when there was a lot of East Coast, West Coast beef, right?
Yes,
You
sir.
had, you know what I mean, Puff Daddy, you know, rocking the East, and you had
Take that,
Death Row
take that.
rocking the West. You know what I mean? It was all this chaos going on, and so you know what I mean. We're sitting back and I'm chopping it up with the fellas. I'm like, hey man, we should just call ourselves Central, man. And you know, it started off as CNTRAL, and then we changed it, the A to an O. And the O stands for originality, because that's what we are. We are very eclectic individuals with our own independent thoughts. What's going on, Chop Chop?
What's cracking?
Yes, sir. Loving the hoodie too. That boy is clean.
Word up. Black History Month. I love it.
I'm in my my mobile studio, so you know we live.
Hey, we'll take it how we can get it, baby.
Right.
Love. A lot of car seats. I don't know if y'all.
That
see
is
that.
so central, as Bruce was just saying. That is so central. He's so original.
So original. So yeah, that's how, you know, the Central came into fruition, and that's where the O came from. It wasn't a grammatical error. It was an intellectual property that we decided to coin, even back before we had facial hair. You know what I mean?
It sounds like you've had to explain that a couple times. And you was offended. Somebody
Because I'm like, man, you don't understand what the O is.
Yeah.
Bruce broke it down like it was a dissertation. Like, well, see, if you look at the O and how it connects to the L, you know, that's unity and infinity coming together at the same time.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Whoa, that boy got deep.
I promise, boy. I'm like, man, that guy got a PhD, don't he?
Can I join? I want to be down.
And that's love, because T-Rail gave us the logo of infinity. Infinity.
Yeah, yep.
Correct.
That's
Yep.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's all coming together.
It is beautiful.
I feel like I understand it a whole lot better now, though. For real.
Bruce wrote that down low key before we started. He probably wrote that down.
I didn't know what the hell it came from. I just learned right now.
He was like, hey, Tina, tell me how this sound.
Yeah, Chop wasn't there when it all started, because I think if we go back to it, the origins, right? 96, and I know some of us go back a little further than that. Middle school, like me and Jay met in middle school. Me and D Dunk. Shout out to Dennis Duncan, Larnell Benton. Shout out to Bino, Rashawn Mays. Shout out to Mays, and then B Hicks, T-Rail. They met in Pattengale, and then we, you know, it all comes together. 96 freshman year, Miss McQueen class. You know, through the love of music, really. 112 and Badu. You know, that's when you had the CDs we were sharing and mixing. Some of those CDs I never got back, but I
feel you. I know how that feels. I know how that feels.
we
Tyrell
was passing
Reed.
it around.
I'm about to steal one of his kids, man. I want my CDs back, bro.
There you go. But that whole inception, yeah, it was literally in that classroom in the basement, and Bruce comes up with this statement, and I think it just stuck from there, and then we started rocking it, and then like Chop, you know, being a class under us,
Yeah.
but they lived right down the street from me in Sutton Park in Southbrook Village, so it was kind of like the bus stop connection, and then Haji being a class up, we were just kind of all meshed. And that's where it all started. So we all started crewing up hard. And everybody had their cliques, right? You had the Firm. You had Central, of course. There was some bigger cliques out there as well. But BMF.
BFF.
Oh, BFF.
Yeah. And then you had Death Row. Remember that?
Death Row.
Death Row. Yeah. And the funny thing is, so we would have these Death Row was, I think, a grade or two above us, right? So we would have these friendly squabbles in the hallway, right? And I remember one time, like the security guards thought it was a real fight. I don't know if y'all got caught or not. And it was me and I want to say two Death Row cats, you know, kind of Russell. As a matter of fact, I think it was Mike Jones. And man, the security guard scooped us up, took us to Mr. Dale Glenn's office, and was like, "Yeah, y'all need to sit here. You going home?" We're like, "Bro, what are you it ain't even a real fight, B." Yeah. And then my mom had to come up there. She was like, all this. What did she call it? Hooligans. She was trying to say shenanigans and
all this malarkey.
Yeah, I was like, Mom, that's not a word, but it wasn't time.
Shenanigans from you hooligans.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. So, yeah, there was Death Row. Affirm. I want to say two other groups there too, man. So shout out to
Word.
everybody that we cross paths with for sure.
But we did some positive things too, right? We was all in the
yeah.
brotherhood. Shout out to Sonia Marcellus, aka Marsonia.
Yep.
You
Yes,
know,
Marsonia.
putting it down. And obviously we had the Sports Connect because Chop, you know, I think he caught one of those famous passes where we finally won a game at EV.
Oh shit!
Number 40 was on the field, you know, D Dunk, Rashawn Mays, all them boys, Vino. So we had that in common as well to keep us close and connected. But
I can't forget about Daryl Scott, Mr. Daryl Scott. He was instrumental in really two hype being formed. I don't know if y'all want to talk about that.
True. Yeah, no, we got a spotlight that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where it kind of sparked too for the brotherhood. And Jay, I'll let you touch on that because you was a stepmaster, baby.
Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Well, yeah. D. Scott was definitely very instrumental. You know what I'm saying? He pledged Alpha at Michigan State, so that was our first taste of like, of what fraternities, actually were like. So, he provided that introduction for us. And since I wasn't into any sports or anything like that, like the stepping just became my thing, you know what I'm saying? And then of course we linked up, with the Muhammad, C Nick, and eventually we got in the brotherhood, and then we really expanded, did a couple of shows. We was doing shows at Garden, doing shows at Michigan State, at Everett, of course, the infamous pep rally, where nobody moved after the bell rang. You know what I'm saying? It was a very powerful moment. So yeah, man, it was that too hyped to brotherhood was definitely one for the ages.
Beautiful.
Word up. Shout out to D Dunk because I think it was his whole concept with the Boys to Men hookup that we wore at that infamous prep rally.
Okay.
That Motown Philly look. You know what I'm saying? With the jeans and the ties.
With the Timbs though. With the Timbs.
With the Timbs.
Yes.
Or
Classic.
lugs if you had
Classic.
lugs.
Oh yeah, Uggs too.
They don't have Timbs.
Yo, but what's crazy is like, so we all started off so early. Who was that?
It's horrible because
Go ahead.
Y'all turned into robots to start this out because I can barely hear y'all now. So now I'm just smiling like I can hear shit. I'm sorry, but
connect,
hold on,
in and out.
Connect back to the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I think
we lost that,
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, maybe I'm too far away from the house.
Yeah, I think you're too far from the house because you over here on some digital delay.
he looks like when your satellite.
Y'all laughing, but I don't know what's funny.
You are funny.
Your connection is 3 hours behind.
I'm see just mute my mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, your mic is clean.
Okay, hold on. Getting better.
We're gonna wait for you to catch up with us.
No doubt.
No, but I was saying, so dope that we had that experience in high school.
Still spinning. Hold on.
All right, we lost that brother.
I mean, oh shit.
All right, there we go. We can hear you now. Well,
no, we heard him.
We will put him in the back until he get his stuff together.
Correct.
Yeah, put that boy in the waiting room. As I was saying, as I was digitally interrupted, it's so cool that we had those experiences, the brotherhood, the step team, football. We did a lot of things too, the Black College tour, and obviously graduation. Graduation was a big deal for all of us, and we kind of all went our different ways. We took a Black College tour, me, Jay, T-Rail, and we ended up going to Jackson State, and that was a good experience for all of us to see, but actually to have that matriculation as well. Now T-Rail, I know you and Bruce kind of took a different track. Just kind of let us know what happened there with y'all after high school.
T-Rail's story is way more interesting than mine, so I'll let him go first. Right?
No, I mean nothing crazy for me. After high school, just taking my shot at college, I put up about 4 to 6 attempts.
like Steph Curry last night.
Man, I was really putting up the shots when it came to college. but found my way in the restaurant business. So, from there I ended up here in Tampa, Florida, managing restaurants, growing my career, and until we all link back up.
So did the pizza when you kicked it off in the pizza because you and Bean started together, right? Like at a joint. Is that right?
I don't know. I don't think so. I really started making pizzas when I lived in Lansing over at Little Caesars.
Little Caesars. Okay, that's what I was gonna say. Little Caesars. Yep.
I don't think anybody worked there with me though. He may have worked there after I left because I think maybe I got him the job when I left there. But I left that spot, moved to Florida, and got a job down here.
Yeah, he being real humble, but that boy went into leadership.
He started
the franchise.
And I got a job. Like that was it. Like,
I tried to learn. I did my best.
Well, I mean, a lot happened between 2003 and by the time I'd gotten into ownership, which was about 2007. A lot had to happen between it. So we'd have to have a whole podcast to tell that story. But all I can say is, we put the work in. We were linked up. I was linked up with some great folks that gave me an opportunity, and really just trying to make the most out of it still to this day.
Word up. What about you, B Hicks?
Excuse me. Sorry about that, folks. Mic etiquette, right? We gonna get it together. So my story is pretty boring too, man. I graduated high school, college, gave it the old college try, and found out that they expect you to do something for that scholarship. No one told me we were going to be trading off here, right? My work for their money. No one told me. So they were like, we recommend that you just don't come back. So then I decided to go full time into the U.S. Army, and rocked that for quite some time. And here I am now, back at the crib with a wife and kids. lot of kids.
Living a life.
A lot of kids. One wife, though. One wife, a lot of kids.
Yeah. I just kind of wanted to unpack it a little bit. And obviously, like I said, me and Jay, matriculated or went to Jackson State together. And T-Rail was there for a minute.
D-Dunks went through.
D-Dunks wore through. Had a good time. Dropped your boy off. But all that said, in the end time, in between time, we still kind of, made time to connect. And I think a lot of that was when we was coming home for like winter break, obviously summertime. Summertime was always about getting a job, like me and T-Rail. Right. We worked at the Comprehensive Logistic Boy. I thought we was interviewed for the same job. And this cat walked out with a clipboard being my supervisor. I ain't know how that happened. I was working on the M&L line. He was like, all right, man, got to get back to it. You take it easy.
I was in the interview asking questions.
I was so mad. I was like, how did you do that? He's like, I just asked. Why did you ask?
Y'all need a manager?
if y'all need somebody to run this shop real good, I can do that. But I'm sure
that just goes to show that boy had that mind, that insight at that time already.
Like, no, I gotta ask this though. I had to plug, man. I hope I can still ride home with him. Like,
for sure.
He was the ride.
That year. The next year, I think he was driving. But yeah, I had to plug. My uncle. Remember, my uncle worked there, right?
Yeah.
But he told me before we went into the interview, like, hey, sometimes they hire kids to do these jobs in the office. You might want to just tell her that you're good with the computers. See if she's got anything in the office. Because that would be a good spot for you. So he just kind of gave me the game before I went in there. But that's what I tell people. It's all about people business. So
absolutely,
that was the plug.
Full circle. I love it.
Because all Terrell knows how to do is download Tupac songs at that time, bro. You were not cold on the keys, man. Like just go to Stablers, go to the basement. Terrell gonna make a CD, man. Don't act like you were putting formulas in Excel or nothing like that.
Hey,
no, not yet. But hey,
skills.
That's right.
And we had some other traditions too, right? We did a couple picnics. I know the picnics was real big around like the 4th of July.
I apologize, Corey. I still owe you.
I wasn't gonna bring that up, but since you're talking about it, I don't know if Jay was there. I don't know if Jay went to the first one. Where was that park at? Do y'all remember?
I think it was Elm. It was over there by Quick Car Wash.
It was by Elm Park. Yeah, on the other side, River Point Park.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
all
the
I
other
know,
side of
son,
that
your boy
was
was working hard at Sam's Club, and we all chipped in on the food. We put my boy B Hicks on the grill master. Him and Bino, they was doing their thing. Me and Chop was both working at Sam's, so we showed up a little late because we trying to get that time and a half. So we pull up. Yup, hungry, can't wait to eat. And then this dude Bruce run up to me like it's Christians. Here, taste this, it's so delicious. Oh, you gotta taste it. So he put a little sauce on, on the toothpick. And I'm thinking it's about to go down. Like, oh yeah, because I know Bruce can get out. Let me swab that boy up. Like, you ever had one like that chip that come in a box?
Yeah, the what is that joint called?
I don't know what it's called. I never ate it. I never will. But this is whatever that chip is made of. That's what was in that sauce.
Ghost pepper chip, I think.
I know which one you're talking. Yeah,
I'm talking about all of this was on fire. All of this,
man.
And all I could do was like eat watermelon the whole time.
He just had the watermelon in his mouth for the whole day, and he was.
But it just his tongue was on it. He wasn't even eating it. It
I
just his tongue was
hold
on
it there. I was so mad and so hungry at the same time.
I only seen him mad one other time.
What was that?
In the hallway.
when he got that homework ripped.
Oh, man, see?
Nah, not that time.
Fight Mary.
Not that time. I'm talking about
There we go.
With Mary.
Yeah, Mary. Yep.
No, well,
Oh,
Mary
you
was
see?
about to
You gonna
get
bring
up.
up-
Man, I had to save your
Yeah,
life.
gonna bring that up. But yeah, that was the only time I ever seen him that mad. And he was, I mean, CeeLo was red hot, but stayed
What was
just
that?
to show everybody how mad he was. Like,
Was that insanity sauce?
Yeah,
I
that
don't
day
know what it was.
insanity.
Okay.
Wait, so that was your sauce or some sauce on the market?
Oh, it's some sauce on the market.
No, yeah, you can buy that insanity sauce. Yeah, because I remember when I was over Ward Skills, and they was doing that little same contest. Had the little toothpick, and they was like, "Man, just go ahead and hit it." I was like, I don't know.
He's
And
a
I
smart man.
But I just hit like a little bit of it because I saw like two other people hit it, and I was like, "Yo, it can't be that bad." So I just hit a little bit of it, and that was a huge mistake. Yeah, huge mistake.
Worst mistake of your
And
life.
I didn't even know what I was getting into. Like I literally just,
Yeah.
put the whole thing in my mouth, and I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, this." It was like instantly. Oh, what's going on here?
right.
They
And
trying to make
every-
me feel better. Talking about we all did it. No,
I was
no,
gonna
one
say,
didn't.
we all
I
did
think
it.
everybody got some, didn't
It
they?
just made it worse.
I
'cause he
didn't
was like,
see.
so y'all
I
remember what's
don't. I didn't
happening?
see nobody do it. So
Yeah, I think everybody. Yeah.
But
Man, that was a fun
everybody
picnic,
knew though. Everybody knew Corey didn't. He thought it was like barbecue sauce. So he thought,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
everybody else
Yeah.
was just like, what I'm saying? Just hit it right there. So
mm.
yeah,
Boy, Corey was like, "Y'all want to eat?"
he was already hungry.
That's the word. Hey man, I apologize, man. You're a
Corey.
grown man to grown man.
Corey was always
And that
happy,
cat
though.
Corey said he still can't eat hot foods, man. That
Yo, I swear, like after that, and this could be, it could be cap, but I swear, like if anything get too hot, my nose start running. It's like I contributed to that moment in life. Like before that, I was good.
Traumatized.
you about to get a permanent social security check right now, bro.
Oh man. So yeah, those were good times, memorable times, definitely. We had some other things over the years. People getting married, having babies. One of the cool things that we did, and we've seen kind of spread out when we look at Facebook and memories, is the Central wife picture. I think that started in the Jacktown with my wedding with Ruby. Everybody grouped in, had the wifey hoisted up, and then we just kind of make sure we showed up for everybody when they got married, and we did these pictures, and now we can kind of put those all together. So that's always a beautiful thing for me to look at. My anniversary is actually coming up at the end of this week, so it's like on top of the mind right now. But
wow.
a great tradition.
How many years, B?
Hey, we here, baby.
I remember that wedding, man. I remember that. Dude, I had to drive all the way. This is when we all
No,
didn't
16 beautiful years. Come on, man.
this is when we was all broke. We had to drive to AT.
I was like, okay, next subject.
No, I flew up. I flew up from Florida.
Oh, you must have had that good money.
But
I had to
y'all
drive.
drove. I
had
think
that
somebody brought my little brother in the car.
Yeah, he was there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he's in picture. Sure enough. That boy Chop was there. He's here now. Chop
I'm
is
back
here.
now.
And then even birthday parties, right? I know I had a dirty 30 in Houston, and most of y'all were able to show up and show out. What I remember about that moment is that I didn't even know y'all was coming. Like literally, for real. My wife planned the whole thing. Shout out to Ruby. And I was already getting the party started, if you will. So I'm in there mixing, like, had some music going, and the door was open, and T-Rail walked in. I hadn't seen T-Rail in a couple of years. So he walks in and walks by, and I look at this cat like, first thing in my head was like, yo, I know that guy.
Like,
why is he in my house?
Walked in like I've been coming over every day.
Yeah, he straight came in like, yo, where the food at? And then everybody showed up, you know what I'm saying? Like B Hicks and the wife came through. So it was a beautiful thing, man. Magical moment. And then we fast forward, a couple years, if we will, to T-Rail's wedding. And that's when we really think virtually got linked. And that was through the app called Glide. And this app Glide, if y'all ain't on it, highly recommended. It's a couple of different apps out there like that. It's really just taking FaceTime and having 5-minute conversations. It's a video chat app. Some people found it very easy to use, and some people fumble a little bit. But it's been great for us because we just really have had an ongoing conversation since what is that 2011 T-Rail 2012
2011 2012 somewhere around there.
So yeah, chopping it up, planning for the wedding, and then just kind of kept it going. Chop been in and out like he was today, just in and out. Finally back on the Glide.
Every time I had to get a new phone, I forgot to download it, so it was like I was having phone problems. It wasn't the app.
Hey, what you hear now, baby? So everybody's on there. They jump on there where they can, and we've been trying to break bread on there ever since. I'll let some of the fellas kind of chime in on some of the conversations. Like Jay, I think one of the first big conversations outside of the wedding was kind of like your career pursuit in the brag book.
Oh yeah,
when you told Ecolab.
You just gonna say their name like that?
Hey, I don't have a disclosure clause. I'm good.
NDA.
Yeah, nah. I left on very good terms, and I did a lot for that company. So you know what I'm saying. I think they're all right.
Right.
You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
Like, I'm gonna take the eagle now.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, was the first black district manager of the year. You know what I mean. So I did some good things. You know what I'm saying. Brought in a lot of people.
Word up.
But yeah, man, I just thought that it was something that should have been shared. Because I just never, you just never knew where you could assist somebody, and I think that's what the whole purpose of the Glide was, just to iron sharpens iron. So as I was sharing my journey, I'm like, man, I'm trying to get some more money, trying to get some more paper. They ain't trying to give it to me, so let's see what this looks like. Hired a recruiter on LinkedIn. She told me about the brag book, tightened that up. You know what I'm saying? Flew out, had an interview. They called me at the airport, got the gig. I remember shooting that on the Glide. It was like, yo, I got the job. And then it was just like, and then T-Rail was just like, all right, well, let me see what I can get. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it's eye-opening. You never really think about that. Like sometimes you could be so comfortable in your position. And then one thing that you got to realize is that, a lot of times you're pretty much replaceable. You know what I mean? But at the same token, you have to value your skill set enough to know that you're probably worth more than what they're actually paying you. Matter of fact, 100% of the time, you're worth more than what they're actually paying you. So, I just took that and just kept riding with it. And I think I changed jobs a few times, you know what I'm saying? And got more every time. And to the point where it was just like, you know what? I think I'm going to try this on my own. So that's where we are now, on the way out. But yeah, T-Rail took it and ran with it, definitely.
Yeah, T-Rail. Yeah. Talk about what happened with you, baby.
Man, it was really just the start of the level up for me professionally, and on the personal side, the love of having your brothers back with you. We've been talking for the most part every day since then. It was like
true.
We were in the same room most of these days, and so Glide was big for me because I was starting a family, getting married, little babies. So a lot was changing, and you needed that. I needed that. just that space to have my boys with me and share these experiences, see what y'all were going through. I mean, even beyond the job stuff and the Brad book, there's been plenty of times I remember having the twins. And Corey like, oh no, don't worry about the jaundice. This happened with my baby and all that. So like it was like these shared experiences, and I could take the advice from y'all, and give my advice where needed. So Glide has been big. They need to drop us a check.
There it is.
Glide, holla at your boys.
Right? Don't need to be a big one, but anyone who's using your platform for 10 years, I'm just saying.
No
Mike,
doubt.
it is free. I'm just saying.
True. Dang, 10 years. I didn't even think about that. That's real talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can look at the history and pull it up. Come on now.
Yeah.
I think we might have the Glide record.
Got to.
Now you
Everybody's
about
push
to
button.
sue Glide now. Went from getting some sponsorship to suing.
They ain't said there's no T-shirt, no hat, no nothing.
And
Remember
they
Sarah?
took
Remember they used to have a guide on there to tell you how to use it.
Yeah, Sarah. Remember Sarah?
She gone and everything.
She got fired.
Hey, we got me, y'all, we got Chop. What? Any of us could do this.
No doubt.
Yeah, but the Glide's been awesome, man. And Chop was on there. I remember when it first started. If y'all remember when we first started, he jumped on there and he was already schooling us to the game with about Bitcoin before Bitcoin was popping. He was talking about. You missing a few checks?
Glide was hot, but like I said, them phones that I kept losing. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna get the hang of this. And when I got done and got back, it was a whole new shit. And I was like, nah, I can't do it.
I tell you what happened, because through them phones and missing Glide, the next time we glided, we was in Miami. And dude, and the boy Chop was like, "Yo, where y'all at?" I was like, "Yo, we on the boy strip, homie. Well, you ain't tell me."
Every day after that, I was like, "Yeah, what y'all doing?" Huh?
I was like, "That's why you got to get on the Glide, man." The next day, that dude Chop was on the Glide.
Hey, this your boy Ahmad Royale coming through live and direct. Man, you late though, B.
He said about 5 glides in a row. Like, yeah, y'all got me. Did y'all see my message? Anybody listen?
Hey, don't forget me. Don't forget me.
We got you loud and clear, baby. You know what I'm saying? And the next boys trip coming up. You know what I'm saying? We coming to your city, just to let you know.
It's going down. I got you. We all gonna get in trouble. No,
Speaking of coming to your city, and I don't mean to steal the spotlight. I guess that is a good segue. Jay was just out there chopping up with you.
Yeah, man. Came out here and became a movie star.
Yes.
Which movie? Which movie?
You want to tell him, Jay? You want me to tell him?
Yeah, no, you go into it since you the producer.
Check this out. So, Lobster Game is out right now. Y'all can go ahead and check that out on Amazon, but we got more places for it to pop up on you in a minute. But I want to break you down a little bit about this movie that I created, and Jay ended up damn near being the star.
Just give him a sneak peek, because we gonna kill him on episode 2 about it.
Okay, check me down. All right, so if you ever seen the movie Squid Games, this is the black urban version of that. You know what I'm saying? But it's a little bit different because it's a comedy and a dramedy all in one. And it's something that you got to see. You have to watch that.
Yes, sir. Chop, Jay, just real quick, how was it working with Chop?
Oh man, it was effortless. It was kind of like we was back in EV, back in high school. You know what I'm saying? So
it is.
And look, fun fact about it is that when I wrote all these characters, it had all y'all names in it, right? Boom, 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 boom.
Hey, don't give them too much. Y'all got to tune in for episode 2. We're going to be talking about the movie and Chop and Jay No and the big things that the boys doing out in Hollywood.
He can't wait. Right. Look at him. That boy.
You already know it.
Word up. Hey, well, real quick, we circle back to the Glide, and Jay kind of touched on it, the journey with corporate America and then him leaving. One of the most infamous Glides, too. I mean, there's been a lot of big moments: the marriage, the brag book, careers, people announcing babies. Jay came on the Glide. I'll never forget. I was like on the way to the gym, and this dude Jay, not even looking at the camera, because sometimes you look dead at the camera, sometimes you driving with no hesitation. I'm done. At the moment he knew he was over, he was like, "Yeah, I quit. I'm done." Tell us about that moment, Jay, when you took that next step into what you're doing now.
But he's probably like, which job? Because it didn't more mad.
No doubt. Well, no, I think you're just talking about my transition
The
from
done day when he was done. It was D-Day for Jay.
I'm trying to figure out what triggered that. And I don't know if it was when I got my first client, or I don't know exactly when it was. If you might want to refresh me a little bit so I can make sure I'm talking about
I
it
just
right
remember you coming on the glide, and you might have, I think, kind of started that journey already, and then
it might have.
that. Yeah,
I think it was my first client. So yeah, so been in corporate America forever, but of course my passion is financial literacy. And long story short, so I've established, I speak, but I've established a stock investing coaching program, and created a high ticket item to teach individuals who have no experience in the stock market. So linked up and hired a business coach and established my program. So when I got my first client, I was like, I said, I was done, because I was like, if I can make this amount of money with just one client, then it's over. We always talk about the
recliner.
The recliner, yeah. The recliner is like the symbol of retirement for us. So, looking at that, and then now where my program has evolved now, and with me trading and stuff like that, it's just finna get stupid.
Work with Jay. Is that right, buddy?
Yeah. So workwithjaynow.com. That's JAY. Workwithjaynow.com. Get your mind right so I can get you in them stock markets. Get you in them options.
Because if you change your mind, you
can change your life. Show you right.
Did you hear what the boy said?
Hey, that's
took a sip on
it.
Word up. And I know, T-Rail, you kind of had a lot of that momentum too. I mean, you had the corporate, you had the franchise going. This man literally had two careers. When some people have two part-time jobs, like he did it like it was nothing. But at the same time, I know you and Jay was kind of collabing, and then you jumped to what, CAU, and now you kicked off your own business leadership program. So tell us about that, brother.
Yeah, shout out to CAU. But before I even talk about that, I got a Jay moment too. It probably around the same time as you remember in that glide. I remember he, as Jay was launching this program, he was putting himself out there on social. He had a great video where he was eating that apple.
On the front porch.
On the porch, just I'm headed to that recliner. I seen the confidence in him.
The next post, real quick. The next post got to be a picture of the recliner that you're gonna get.
They ain't even made it yet. That is custom built, baby.
Right.
Just can't get no basic recliner.
It's gonna be a massage recliner, the zero gravity boy
with the heat in it.
With the heat, with the hydro massage.
Oh man,
quit playing. Hey, but yeah, and just seeing him with that confidence, walking in this passion. And Jay and I had, behind the scenes been collaborating on, he's just been pushing me. We've been talking about, where my coaching has been. He saw my program even in its early stages as I was starting to write some of the content for it. We always kind of bounce things back and forth off of each other. And he was the first person that told me, he said, "Look, man, you get paid for this." I don't know what you're doing. Like, I had built it just for my team, for the managers that work for me. But he said, "Man, just what I'm doing right now and what I'm learning out here, you can get paid for this." And
respect.
So he definitely helped me take that leap when it came to getting this coaching program launched. So, fast forward 2 years from there, we launched the coaching program. So we build leaders that build businesses. I work with entrepreneurs from, any type of service-based business to help them grow profits, build teams, and work less. So you can do 3 jobs and it look like you chilling with it.
With ease.
Right.
Processes and system. Nice.
And I know you got the IG, you got the Facebook, but where can the people find you, baby?
Best thing is to do, get me on IG, Facebook, all the links are there, but you can go to my website, TyrellReed.com. Get the info.
TyrellReed.com.
Or you can follow me on Instagram, Tyrell Reed Senior.
Or TikTok. That boy on TikTok killing it.
TikTok is where I get to have some fun too. So all of that, I'm everywhere. Everywhere.
Yeah. It's this weird guy that's following us both. New guy 4040. I don't know
Ah,
who this guy is, but he's a stalker.
it's your
So
biggest fan.
be be mindful of new guy 4040. Hey, real quick, let's let me. I want to talk about B Hicks and Chop. I mean, Chop. Let me turn to you real quick, and then we'll wrap it up with B Hicks. But because you've been in the game for a minute, man. I mean, grinding, and now it's all coming to fruition. I mean, just tell us a little bit about your journey in Hollywood, and where you started and where you are today.
All right, bam. After I left the central land of Lansing, I found myself in LA, and I was doing stand-up comedy for a minute. So my first hour show was in Lansing, Michigan, and then I hosted a joint for what's his name, Chris Rock's brother, Tony Rock.
Oh, Tony Rock.
Lansing. So I hung out with him, and he just was telling me, I was like, man, you just got to start going on tour. So I made my tour, and I ended up running into my twin in Atlanta, and he said, I ain't doing no tour. He's like, we need to go straight to California, so we ended up in LA. But we were sleeping in the van for a minute. No, I'm just kidding. But we were. So anyway,
I'm just serious.
Past that, I was doing comedy for a minute, but they didn't pay nobody. So I was like, let me jump into these commercials. And then I got into the commercials, and the commercials started paying a lot of money. And I finally hit the big one, which was the Apple commercial that I know y'all seen before. The iPhone.
Okay, real pause real quick. Yeah, because the Apple was huge. You had that famous cut. And remind me, because we were trying to, I can't remember this, but was the playoffs, right? NBA playoffs?
Yeah.
The finals?
Yeah.
Okay.
LeBron
Yeah. Okay, go ahead, baby.
Brown was getting it in, and then I came on, and I heard it. I was
Damn.
I was like, dang, that sounds just like this. And I looked, and I was on TV, and I was like, yeah.
What's so real quick? What's so awesome about that? I'm glad that we have TV that we can pause now, because when it came on, I paused it, rewound that boy. It was like, yo, my boy on TV. Everybody, look.
Hey,
yeah.
It was a definite moment of I made it, because it was my 10th year in the union, and they said, once you're 10 or anything, you're professional, that's you. And so after that, I started getting calls for all types of commercials. But that one right there changed my life. Ended up in Japan, having a little bit of fun, and just got really, really into how this thing works on the back end. Because as much money as they paid me for that joint, I was like, ain't no way y'all didn't make triple that, quadruple that.
Correct.
So
correct.
That's how I slid into going, let me make some of these films, whatever. Heck, I make some commercials too, and I will. But so that's turning into its own venture from doing the commercials, hitting that hot one, and spreading out into that backside of that industry, and with welcome arms out here. So it's pretty cool that we have a little level of connections made by playing the Hollywood game. Now I'm in this independent lane, and y'all gonna see it fire up.
Right.
You're
You're killing the game. You dropping movies. You got a series. You all over Facebook. Every time I pull up Facebook, a reel from Chop Amon Royal is hitting me in the face.
No doubt.
Man, like I said, I'm on the backside. I gotta put it in this work. It's coming out. Pow, pow, pow. But no, I do have some extra things coming out. I just did a 2-hour stand-up show on my birthday.
Yes, I saw some snippets. I can't wait to see it entirely.
I'm breaking it up. It's just an hour set. But as I put it online, it'll probably be like 15 minutes if you ever see it longer than that. But it also will be coming out in a distributed way.
Word up.
Nice.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful. Round of applause for the boy.
That boy good.
All right, word up. B Hicks.
I need sound effects over here.
Hold on, wait.
You know what I'm saying?
There it is. Yeah, we ain't got no roses, no gifts to give you on this one.
We're plugging websites real quick,
Plug it. Oh, my bad. Yeah, plug it.
Just real quick. This is amonic.co. You can go on there because I'm a Black-owned business, and it's about time that I got myself cracking.
Stand up.
Candles and stuff right now, and apparel. And we're about to mix that with the digital stuff that we got popping off. We got some NFT stuff we're going to introduce via that site.
Oh,
and it's all Black-owned. Support that. Small businesses. And
holla at your boss. Let's go.
.co.
My bad. It's on the screen. Read it, people. Reading is fundamental. That's beautiful. And I do have some of the candles, man. The candles smell good, baby.
The candles.
Oh, you said the candles are hidden?
Candles are hidden, man. Like Denny used to say on Low Croft, it smell well.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I gotta get some.
Got to smell well. Shout out to Lowcroft.
No
Gotta
doubt.
get
All
some.
right, man. We gonna break it home with my boy B Hicks, man. Just tell us about your journey, because little do the people know if they don't know, because I know you be in the back like incognito, but this dude's over here, as they say in the industry, he got a lot of doors. He got a lot of doors. So tell us about those doors, fellas. Like, B Hicks, where did it start? What have you learned along the way, and what you into now, baby?
Sure. I'll make it brief because hopefully you'll tune in to find out the details of the journey. So, like I said before, did the military thing. Was slotted for another deployment, and I don't like playing Russian roulette, and that's what I kind of felt it was. So the opportunity for another retirement was presented to me, so I took it. Right, and I came home, and I'm sitting in my dun-dun-duns playing Call of Duty. And I was like, yo, my savings is running out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I got to do something. So I ended up going with the state of Michigan because it was an easy job, paid decent. That was the worst job of my life. Shout out to the state of Michigan for sucking the life and dreams out of your boy. Right?
No hard feelings.
No, very, very, very disgruntled employee. Right? Yeah. It was so crazy when I quit. I didn't even let them know. I just didn't go back. That's how bad it was. They called me like, "You coming in?" I was like, "Why are y'all calling me?" I didn't leave nothing there.
Like, who is this?
And whatever I did
It
leave,
sounds like you owe them back pay.
You're supposed to turn your badge in. Like,
nah, son. And what? Matter of fact, this is how I sent in my badge. All you have to do is drop it in the USPS box, and it goes to the state of Michigan. So on my way to my houses, I just put it in the mailbox and it didn't even go back. So they knew, like, oh, we got his, like, yeah, he ain't coming back, man. So did that for, I think I worked for the state for like 18 or 24 months. I don't know, man, but it felt like a jail sentence. So once the property started replacing the income, I decided this is for the birds and I'm out of here. And we started off with one duplex on Bailey Street, which is around the corner from Baker Street, which is T-Rail's old stomping grounds. So we did that, and what was that, like 9 years later? And now we're now we're getting ready to start a coaching class. Shout out to CAU, Jamari and T Rizzle for introducing me to that. Getting ready to start a coaching course for real estate. And what else is popping? That's really it.
Hey.
Just trying to pay the bills, man.
That's a lot.
Just paying the bills. Yeah, but shout out to the state of Michigan for being the worst job I ever had. And I've had some terrible jobs.
Man, shout out to you for taking that dive and learning those lessons. I think that you've probably helped each one of us through a home purchase since becoming that the real estate investor that you are. We always call you first.
Which is good, man. Which is good. Yeah, which is good. Appreciate that. Yeah. So more to come. I don't have a website yet. It's coming. And I'm gonna be on the ticker symbol too. I think.
Give him your MySpace.
What's your Facebook?
Give me your Black Planet.
Right. Come on, man.
Is your Black Planet still active? Yo,
I wonder if you put up your MySpace and Black Planet.
We have to apologize to the audience. This man does not have an IG yet, but we're working on it, baby.
I don't have an IG. I don't have Facebook. It's coming. It's coming. But I honestly think about it. What song?
Tune in for the next podcast. So you can get this man IG. Come on, man.
Oh, I'm gonna get one.
Word up. Hey, brothers, it's been a pleasure. We're gonna keep rocking the mic for y'all. So please tune in for future episodes of the That's on Everything podcast, where we give you everything that you need and nothing that you don't. And that's on everything.
That's on everything.
That's on everything.
That's on everything. Holla.
That was dope.